Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Outspoken. We've got another drag review for you today. We also have Edwin filling in again. What did you guys think of this episode? DragCon, it was the DragCon Challenge.
Well, it's coming up, so I'm excited.
Right.
And I felt like it was appropriate because I feel like that's something you do need to learn. It's like, hey, there's a way to make money out of this. Like you get merch, you know. Like
we all talk about that. The queen, some of these queens. We were talking about that before the show, watching Blair St. Clair's music video, and just some of these queens. The last couple of seasons, they are on point. They have producers lined up. They have music videos. When their episode, when they get eliminated, the song drops, the video drops. Like they have it. The episode started, you know, as usual, back in the workroom. Monet is feeling a little defeated after last week. You know, lip sync for her life.
That's and in the bottom twice.
She hasn't actually ever won. I'm surprised because she always performs so strongly. She's all of our favorite, or one of our favorite.
Said, always a bride.
That's not what she said.
Always a bride.
Like she said, always a bridesmaid.
Always
never the bride.
There you go.
Yep. That's what she said.
That is it. That's exactly
and I get it because she's performing. She's likable. She's bringing the looks. You know, I feel like she's just kind of being surpassed, and I'm like, bitch.
Just barely every time. It's just...
You can't feel too bad for Miss Cracker, but she's safe.
Right.
Now there's just less people, though. I think we'll see more from her.
Well,
another person who's doing well now that there's less people, you mentioned earlier, Cameron Michaels. There's interviews, there's backstory. Oh my god.
I'm like
it's like being introduced to a whole nother queen all over again this episode. But anyways, the mini challenge this week was just kind of a silly little mini challenge where they had to be blindfolded and then sit on things.
Never done that, sis?
You know, I bet.
Sat on things to guess what they are?
You always know what it is that you're saying.
I thought it was pretty silly. I'm like, girl.
I mean, that's one of the gayest challenges I think that they've ever had.
And one of them was like fax machine. I was like, now how did you know that? Like,
bleep, bleep, boop. Some of them are probably just, you know, power bottoms. They got a lot of sensitivity back there.
But why would you think fax? I don't know.
I bet John and Brian would be very, very good at that game themselves. Who? So, you know, Latavia and what's the other one?
No, bitch, I legit did hear you said John. I legit did hear
Yeah.
I know, it sounded like I said, who?
That's what I thought.
Who said that?
Terrible.
Asia O'Hara won somehow. I guess she is the best bottom, or has the most sensitive bottom, that she could identify all the things. So she won the challenge. It was another long workroom. You know, a lot of stuff the girls had to prepare for. So they had a lot of downtime, more bonding, more sisterhood, more stories.
Monet had me dying when she fucking told Asia, "Bitch, your back is ashy."
Oh my god, that was so funny.
But then Asia got her back, was like, "Bitch, and your talent is in the bottom too."
Dude, that was good.
I was like, ooh.
That was cute.
Bitch, I love it. And I feel like, I like Asia's like fun personality, like shady, but you can tell she has a good heart.
Right.
Speaking of Monet, though, I do like how she talked about working with Eureka and how it's been pleasant.
Oh, yeah.
And just like, you know, it's
they're
really
bonding.
easy.
Yeah.
So I like how she was like, girl, it was the other hoe.
Oh, I love that. I love that, yeah.
Because, like, you know, Eureka is bringing like a good spirit, and
she is.
It's exactly the same as it was last year. I loved Eureka, and everyone was like, she's mean or she's shady, and I didn't pick up on that as much. Like, I got it, but I never got it in a way that seemed mean-spirited. Like, you know, it seemed like, oh, she's a loud, shady queen. Like, who isn't? They're drag queens. So that's always been I mean, maybe it's different when you're in the workroom with her, but like, I always saw like a loving person who could be shady. That's how Eureka's always seemed to me, even last season. So I don't know. I don't get the hate, but I'm loving her this season. She keeps bringing it. I love her relationships with the girls.
She could go all the way.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I will see.
I definitely see her in the top. She has to be.
Monique's laugh is killing me, bitch.
Yes. That's like a belly laugh. That's from deep down in there. Yeah.
Like you gotta keep it in.
Yeah. Again, this episode Monique just continues to bring it. When RuPaul was giving them all hints, I literally said, there she goes. Take their hints, everyone. And then the next second, Monique's like, take them little nuggets. I just really, really, I want to be friends with Monique. I want to hang out with her. I want to be her friend.
She just seems like that homegirl you could just call up, bitch, I'm not feeling well. Let's go get some nuggets.
Yeah.
So like, bitch, but we've been fucking with her from the get.
I know. I really liked her. I like her more and more. What does she call herself? The MacGyver of drag? Just throw a little glitter on it and go. I really appreciate
that. I don't know about like these little outfits.
Well, the looks. That's another story. I'm talking about her personality. I don't know. So as we mentioned, the main challenge this week was a DragCon panel. All the queens had to team up in teams of 3 and create their own DragCon panel, focusing on either hair, makeup, or body, padding and stuff. So up first we had Eureka O'Hara, who was team body, and also on her team was Cameron Michaels and Monet Exchange, which all of them are kind of known for their bodies in different ways. So I thought that was pretty perfect, actually.
And like no one wanted them on their team.
Right, about that.
They were like the underdog.
Oh yeah, that was so. Eureka sort of was like, all right, we're the island of misfit toys, and kind of.
I love Eureka.
I do. She's
magic.
Like a mother bear, yeah. She's like, come here.
I knew that they were gonna do good when they had her. I was like, I just know they are. She's magic.
Good.
She's good.
Yeah,
and they had good chemistry. The 3 of them, they worked well as a unit. I felt.
And not just that, she said she had the experience, and it's
she
true.
did, and she's been in drag, and
girl.
she knows body, obviously, you know,
proportionizing.
Hey, that it's a little cheesy, but branding is cheesy, and people remembered it, and everyone remembered it.
I have to talk about Cameron because I feel like she's starting to, you know, come out her shell. We're seeing her more, and I thought it was interesting to see a muscle queen explain exactly how they do get that body. It is a little more difficult. All I gotta do is get some tits.
You really learned. You learned something from her.
Some big tits and just, you know, get some hips, and I feel like I'm gonna give you body muscle queen.
Right, and I also liked really that Cameron Michaels also opened up a lot more in the workroom about kind of how she became a muscle queen, in that she kind of did drag before, or dabbled in drag, and then dated a muscle guy and got real buff, and then I do like that she's coming out a little bit more, and you know, we are seeing the personality finally that we wanted to see.
And she's like, fuck it, I don't care if, you know, I got these muscles. And I just thought it was so sad that she was an Asia, you know, like, just the fact, like, she can't wear a little spaghetti strap because, you know, people feel like, oh, that's a man.
Right.
Fuck that, you know. She's got to be mug. I'll buy anything she wears. Not like buy it.
Right,
but, you know, I'm for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how they took the guy from the pit crew and, like, showed us like how to build it. I was like, that's really cool.
Right.
That was a good idea. So seeing that transformation, like, I want to transform. And, like, do a little number at Mickey's.
Uh-oh. Now you're going to step on...
Mickey's.
Now you're going to step on Brian's territory. Are you going to be in the So You Think You Can Drag competition?
I'll step on those toes. They got corn anyway.
Wait, I thought Shay was going to come by this week.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah,
okay. Parole officer.
Girls, you gotta get that ankle bracelet off.
Oh, it's coming off
on Monday though.
Okay. All right. We'll see her next week. All right. The next team was Team Face, which was all about makeup. So Aquaria was on that team. Also Asia O'Hara and Monique Hart.
I thought Monique did a great job as like a host, especially in the beginning. But I do feel like she kind of fell off. But
a little
out
bit.
of the 3, I feel like she brought it.
Yeah,
well, even Asia. Not to say that they didn't bring it, because they all had their moments. But when I'm comparing them to Eureka's team, they lacked.
Eureka, their team killed it right off the bat. Everyone's gonna have to live up to them. Eureka's just great, and she's performing so good in these challenges, and she just had a strong team, and they actually knew what they were talking about, and they were passionate about it. So all of the other teams, you know, in comparison, just kind of were lackluster this week. Monique owned the whole team. Monique was the star of the team.
Really? A big smile, please.
Well, she was really funny. The audience was connecting with her. She was keeping everything going, making jokes with the other 2, because there were a few times that the other 2 were a little bit lost, especially Aquaria. She got a little fumbly.
She doesn't agree.
You don't think so?
When they were actually presenting, no. I didn't think so, no.
I thought Aquaria got a little...
Who do you think brought it the most?
In that team?
Yeah.
I really feel like all 3 of them did very well, but if I was going to pick someone, Asia.
Okay.
But I really feel like they all 3 really, really did well.
I just wish she would have done the lashes on the guy. I feel like we talked about that.
I loved how they alternated explaining like the lips while Asia was doing.
Oh wait, no. I didn't really like the format of how they did it. When I wish they would have done all of one and then all of one and then all of one, because they were like cutting each other off a little bit, and I liked them, but I thought they were a little cutting each other off and being a little off with their marks, and I think Monique was helping guide them. That's how I felt.
I really love that part because in this generation we're so like our attention span is so short. Right. They were going back and forth. I was paying attention to both of them. I was like, hey, lips like this, lashes like that. Like, I really liked how they alternated. That's just me.
But you can't put your lips and your lashes on at the same time.
You can't, but my attention was like,
well,
they get my attention. I will say that. I was like, oh, okay, she's talking about that. Okay. She's talking about this.
Okay.
Okay. I was like that.
All right.
I will say that they definitely knew what they were talking about, so they still were informative. It just got a little, to me, a little clunky in the middle, but at least they knew what they were doing, and Monique helped bring the comedy, so they did okay. They did all right, I think.
B+.
And the final team, which was Team Hair.
They missed it by more than a hair.
Oh, really? More? Like a whole wig or two?
Yes.
It was underwhelming.
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't learn anything from them. Nothing.
Miss Cracker, Vixen, and Blair.
Was so like awkward and like.
And I was like, it was mean to me.
I agree. The judges said that they were a little mean with their humor, and I do think it was a little bit mean, but not funny. Like at least if it would have been mean and landed, but it just every time was just. Mean comment, mainly from Miss Cracker, who I do love, but it wasn't connecting really, I don't think.
It's gonna be interesting to see how she takes that in the workroom.
Oh, like next week? Definitely.
It was like a failed attempt from her, like the whole time. It was just awkward to watch. Even St. Clair, I'm like, ooh, girl, like you're not landing any jokes. Right.
And I thought they would do really good because before the show, when they were in the workroom with Rue, they were talking about how Blair St. Clair, she does hair and she does like hair and makeup for a theater company or something. And they always have good hair, I think. But something happened. They just got really lost. Like it wasn't informative. It was just a bunch of bad, kind of mean jokes with every now and then a line about hair, but not teaching you anything if you're a complete novice. So yeah, just a complete fail.
Yeah, I felt like they were the bottom out of all of them, but that's neither here nor here.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
We got it in.
So the runway theme this week was hats, and everybody brought their hats.
Yeah.
Were there any looks that stood out to you guys? I really liked Cameron's kind of superhero-y space with the rotating thing,
Lady Gaga.
A little, Gaga. Yeah, Cameron brings the looks. He really does. I love all his looks.
I did like the headpiece, but I felt like this was kind of like, we've seen it.
I think she looked good. The headpiece was creative. She always looks, she always looks polished. She always looks polished.
She's gonna bring you a beat. She's gonna bring you body. And honestly, like, the headpiece, I'll take it. She gets A for effort.
Right. What did you guys think of Asia's sort of dandelion?
That was my #1 favorite look.
The IKEA lamp on her head?
I thought she looked the best. I was like,
no, I do love the concept, and I don't know how else you're gonna execute it, but it was an IKEA lamp. But it was very well done, and I loved it. I love the silhouette of it.
I couldn't help but want to pick her up and blow her. Like...
It was good though. It was good.
What did y'all think of Monet's look?
Her kind of colorful church lady look?
Yeah.
It was alright. It wasn't it was just like a colorful church lady. It looked like a...
From the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, it all matched. And it was...
Luckily she teamed with Eureka.
I mean, I just feel like if the challenge is like a hat challenge and they're focused, the hat should be something extravagant. I feel like most of them base their looks around the hat.
Kardashian, did y'all see that? This look I would have lived for on the runway.
Oh, like the De Los Muertos with that's good. Although, is she Latina? Because
she is.
Okay, because people, you know.
Yes, hoes be ready.
They are ready to clock it.
I really find that with the Native American, anytime you do anything Native American, people are ready to get you.
Oh yeah.
Well, as they should. I'm kidding. No, I've done that. But I'm a little. I got
3%. You're 3%.
I'm about to say, if you have any,
you are the fucking United Nations of homosexuality over here.
Can I be me? Can I just be me? Can a bitch be native?
What native land are you from? At this point,
can a bitch be native? Goddamn. She's fucking native.
All right. Well, what did you guys think of Aquaria's almost like the Playboy bunny and the tuxedo look? I loved it.
Okay. Yeah. That was my #1 favorite.
Okay. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Hold on.
So
because you know what? There's something who said what?
So you're a fake hoe.
Basically. No, I'm like... There's something about the androgynous look. I prefer that a little bit over drag sometimes. When people can be in the middle like that, it's really like attractive.
I love. Yeah. A lot of people that do the androgynous look do it very artsy or very high fashion too. Right. And I love that look. Raja did a lot of that her season, and you know all the newer queens are doing it a lot. Naomi Smalls and the Aquaria, and I agree. I like the look too. Yeah, for sure. Good. I loved the bunny with the top hat.
I thought it was clever.
Miss Cracker, I loved her look this week. I loved the flower. It was very the hair. The hair looked a little brightish. Yeah. Very My Fair Lady, and she looked expensive. She looked, you know, it was good. What did you guys think of Monique's kind of glitter sequin Party City? I know we go back to
her hat. I don't remember the hat.
There wasn't it just like
it was made out of gift wrap, like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, gift. It just all looked like
It looks like it was made.
I like the outfit more than the hat. So I don't really remember the hat.
But the whole outfit could have been a little bit, you know, Target aisle. Grab and go, and you know. Look, I appreciate that she's a crafty queen, and I love someone with the hustle, and you make do with what you got in the real world and for your drag and all of that. Once again, we say this all the time, it's just, you're going on Drag Race. I know you're a budget queen in real life, but you know you got a little time. You get some donations, you borrow some things, you suck up to anyone you know to help you put these looks together when you can.
Girl, you could have DM'd me, I would have threw 20 bucks.
Right?
Monique. Come on, sis.
But no, I think that's why she's lasted so long, because she wears that stuff well. The stuff that she makes like that, she wears it very well.
We're not trying to shade budget, you know, like we get it, but you still got to bring a look.
Girl, we're not shading budget. We are sitting in my living room right now, okay? I am not above that.
What are you
However, that's why I love the MacGyver.
We're at Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers lot right now, filming.
Studio 54.
Yes, when we judge, we're judging purely based on the context of the show and what we have to compare the other queens to in the context of the show. It's no shade. I know that everyone's got to struggle. It goes back to like Nina was someone who had a lot of budget looks. She made do with what she could, and there's been a few queens over the seasons, and it's not to take away from them or their talent. It's just in comparison to the show and what the other queens are bringing, we gotta judge it. You gotta judge your look.
And God gave us that right.
Or at least the Constitution did, so.
Right, that First Amendment.
Well, for now. What do you guys think of Vixen's kind of black and white, a lot of different hats, like beach hats?
It was cool. It was cool. It's different.
Cool. It was different.
It's different, yeah.
I like
she took a risk and I loved it.
I like, I like idea, not necessarily execution.
Bam.
Okay, idea but not execution.
Not, you know, but at least she attempted. And I do like someone who thinks outside of the box. Yeah, it was okay. A lot of beach hats. It was alright. It's just hard to make something made out of cheap beach hats look
high fashion.
Right, or that's all. I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I appreciate the effort. I appreciate
Monique could make it work though, I bet.
Right? Maybe they could have swapped. What can Monique do with some sponges and some beach hats?
Yes.
And then
they were right. It was hiding her face.
It was hiding her face.
Yeah, you're right. It was.
If it would have been like, even if it would have been like so oversized, almost comical, and then pulled back a little bit, I would have liked that a little bit more. Play on, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it was okay. Not my favorite, but it was okay.
So whose hat did you like the best, or Runway?
Eureka's was my favorite. I loved the houndstooth. She was like Cruella de Vil, high fashion, kind of, I don't know. I just really liked it. I love the houndstooth. She wears this jumpsuit well. The colors looked good. I love the hat. I love the cape. It was very dramatic. I liked Eureka's a lot, yeah.
Same. I felt like she was my top look of the week. And she deserved the win. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Sorry about that, but she brought it this week.
In the comedy and her look. Did you guys like Blair St. Clair's like old southern decadence? It was pretty.
When she came out, I said, my oh my.
Right.
My Southern Belle. And I just felt like, I just love that era. Not so much what was going on, but just like in a fashion sense. So I love that she brings that.
Yes. She looks always, again, polished. She looks glamorous. She looks, you know, pretty. It was a good look. And the top 3 of the week ended up being Team Body, which was Cameron, Eureka, and Monet. Were you glad to see that team win? We kind of were fluffing them up. We know that.
They were.
It was pretty obvious.
And like I said, Eureka's magic. She's gonna win.
And they were getting me bodied, so I was like, bitch.
And they taught us. We learned.
It was educational. It was funny. Eureka actually was the audience favorite out of all the queens.
too. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like they wanted to be there, and you know,
they had the moment with the question. It just overall they killed it. They did really well. Unfortunately for Team Hair, they were in the bottom 3. Yeah. Ms. Cracker, Vixen, and Blair St. Clair ended up in the bottom.
Yeah, it was deserved.
It was deserved.
Girl, the judges wasn't here for it. So, bitch, I'm sorry, bottom 3.
I'm like, did y'all rehearse? Well, like they rehearsed. I don't know.
It was not. It was not based on their looks, definitely, because I thought Ms. Cracker and Blair St. Clair's looks were really polished, and I thought that Vixen was creative, like we said. So it was just based solely on their terrible DragCon panel. And
it was terrible.
It was pretty bad.
And if we're going into Untucked a little bit, Vixen didn't think she was going to have to lip sync.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's talk about Untucked before we get to the... Vixen was feeling very comfortable, actually, when she came into the room. She did not even remotely think that she would be in the bottom.
She won't do that again, I bet.
What did you guys think about that? I thought it was a little funny, like...
Oh, it's gonna be Blair, and I was like, you need to be practicing too.
I know.
The reaction when she got them...
Yeah, they did not like Blair. They didn't like it. They didn't like Aquarius.
I mean, they didn't like any of y'all.
They didn't like you either.
Bitch, and you don't even know it yet.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I was a little. No, I guess I thought it would be those two in the final 2. I knew Miss Cracker would get a pass because Miss Cracker's performed so strong this whole competition, and you know, so she edged out the other 2.
I thought the bottom was gonna be Miss Cracker and the Vixen.
Oh really? I thought Blair
over Blair? I thought Blair, yeah, I really did.
I do like Blair.
Especially not to be...
You think they deserved it? Vixen and Miss Cracker deserved it more to be in the bottom this week?
Out of those three, yes.
Okay, you thought Blair was a little stronger. Okay. Yeah. So probably the biggest moment of this episode was when Blair St. Clair was on the stage, and she sort of broke down a little bit about why she comes from this place of being happy and pretty and perfect, because she has a lot of tragedy in her past. What did you guys think about Blair opening up about being raped in her past?
I thought it was very brave. Like, that's a difficult story, and you know, it's not easy to talk about, so I'm sure, you know, she was just at her most vulnerable and she felt comfortable, so I thought it was amazing that she felt comfortable enough to tell everyone in the room. And I felt like it was a big deal for like America to see, because this happened. You know, I've seen a few stories like hers where, and it happens all across, just college campuses, so you know.
And it's a guy, so that, you know,
there's a stigma like, well, can it happen to guys? And it's like, yeah, it can, and it's sad that that's her first, you know, experience. That's really tough to move past, so like I was proud of her.
Me too. I hope she's gotten some help over the years, or some, and if not, that she will soon, you know, dealing with that kind of thing, because it never goes away. It gets easier, and she can use this as a platform to talk about it. And I think even in her video, like you said, her video is kind of about breaking out of the past of a lot of negativity, and even the drinking is in the video, plays a little illusion, and you know, so it was definitely a moment. I love, this has happened many times on Drag Race, like when the queens are up there and they're their most vulnerable and they're stripped down and their emotions are heightened, and they just sort of let it all out. They're trans, or they have HIV, or this is a thing that's happened over Drag Race, and I think it's really powerful, and it's one of the reasons why Drag Race continues to resonate with audiences and our community, you know, not just for the fun, but because these queens have stories, and we all come from a story too, so
makes it more relatable.
For sure. Thank you so much for opening up Blair St. Clair. I know she's gotten a lot of love and support because of it, so even though
a lot of people, I'm sure she doesn't even know it yet, but she's helped a lot of people just by doing that,
telling her story, for sure. Also in the Untucked workroom, Monique opened up a little bit more about her past and the fact that she used to be in seminary school, so I think that her sexuality has definitely been something that she struggled with and coming to terms with for a long time, especially dealing with her religion, which is something Brian would really be able to relate to, I'm sure. What do you guys think about her opening up and her story?
I come from that kind of background as well, very religious background, and I know I didn't go to seminary school, but I know what it's all about, how you just study the Bible, so you learn different scriptures that do preach against homosexuality, so I just imagine that being very difficult for him.
I felt like it was important to talk about, because like, you know, you can relate, and a lot of people can relate. Like when you have a religious family, it's tough to do anything that's like not the norm, or it's like going to be looked down upon. So I can only imagine how she felt, you know, being surrounded by people who had those feelings. So I would have gone out too. She probably saved her sanity for leaving.
Oh yeah, I would say you would go crazy studying something and actively trying to pursue something that's telling you that you're wrong or bad, and you trying to have to come to terms with it, or, you know, like the basis of, you know, some very strict people who choose to listen to just whatever they pick and choose out of the Bible. You know, a lot of times they are very judgmental in their ways. So, you know, anyways.
Any motherfucking weeds.
Whatever. Well, what did you guys think overall of the lip sync between Blair St. Clair and the Vixen?
Like I said last week, you have to perform the song for the artist and for what the song is. The way Blair was performing "I'm Coming Out" by Diana Ross, that song is very like free, happy.
I know.
It's not a. She was very like strong and like Beyonce formation.
Right, because she had this narrative. Yeah. Going, you know, she had revealed her truth on the runway.
So I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she did a good job.
But it's not that kind of song though.
I knew.
This is like a.
I knew. The second, when they said Blair St. Clair versus Vixen, I said, oh, it's over. When I knew it was those two. And that's nothing against Blair St. Clair, but we were drawn to the Vixen.
Everything against Blair
No, it's not. It's just we've been drawn to the Vixen since before the show. Because not only her activism, but her lip syncing skills and her performance skills. And I have seen her slay on a runway many times before the show, and I had a feeling she would nail it. And then once it was a Diana Ross song, like you said, I was like, all right, there's the final shoe. And I did think Blair did good, but it just, Vixen embodied it a little bit more.
That's like performing like a Lady Gaga song the way Adele would. You can't stand that. Like, you have to do it like, I know, be yourself, but you have to do it.
Or like when Charlie Hides performs a Britney song. Oh my god. So Vixen did win the lip sync, and we had to say goodbye to Blair St. Clair, which is unfortunate because I actually really did like Blair this season, and I thought she would go far. I think. You didn't like her?
No, I did. But that lip sync, it was like good versus evil. I was like, I was rooting for Blair and the Vixen. And she, like, even the Vixen.
It's kind of funny, even what they're wearing.
Yes, I was like, oh my god.
One's in black, one's in white. One looks like a cherub little child, and then
I was like, please let this girl win.
But I knew it wouldn't be the case. Unfortunately. But we will definitely miss Blair St. Clair. She's a super talented queen, and we said she's very well rounded. So I know she's gonna have a great career.
Check out her new single just came out.
Yeah, he's living for it. It's good. We listened to it before the show.
It's been on repeat the last 2 days, so you know, it's definitely worth the listen.
So Eureka's already having a really great episode, like we mentioned. I think it just got a little bit better because they're bringing back what they've always done in the past, is have videos from home, and another instant waterworks. The whole room tears up whenever someone's mom or boyfriend or whoever comes on, and we all know how close Eureka is with her mom. So it was extra special, especially because her mom's going through some health problems, to see her mom and sister kind of wishing her some love and support. So,
bitch, I was in tears. You know me, I'm a softie.
You are a softie.
Bitch, I live for a good emotional video, and I was just like, fucking shit. Oh, please.
I was that way for Blair when
and then Blair had hers too.
Because she said like, I'm gonna be right here in your heart.
Yes,
so.
They're both. It's always there.
I feel like they kind of knew Blair might go home, so then let's go and bring her video out too.
I kind of actually
she won't be
think
next
that
week to watch it.
because I think they would have just maybe done one, and then they're like, yeah, we need to have that.
Fuck,
I know,
right?
I kind of do think that, but
I thought
either way,
I still got emotional with that one too.
It was sweet. So it was a lot of good moments this episode, a lot of sweetness, families, emotions, backstory.
Well, because like not to say her mom hadn't talked, right? When she had
her mom wasn't even able to speak. Yeah.
Right, now she
I would have lost it, baby.
I know. And if you follow Eureka on, they are so close. She's so close with her mother and her sister.
With the big win of the week, girl, she was on cloud 9.
Yes, inspiring week. And it's 2 wins in a row, let's mention. Eureka won.
I'm telling y'all,
first one of this. Yeah, I don't want to say that yet. We still have we're only halfway through the season, to be honest with you. This was a big season and a lot of talented girls. And I
do want her though.
I want her. I don't know.
That's something I will say. A lot of the girls are upset because they're always in the middle. But that's kind of a good thing to be in the middle. Because when you're always at the top.
That's why I'm saying. That's why
you get towards the end.
That's why don't count out Cameron, like who we said was getting a little bit of a Sasha Velour edit. But that worked out in Sasha Velour's favor, and she's had strong looks the whole time, and if she can bring the personality now, she might stand a chance. I feel like Monique has always been right about there, waiting for recognition.
Asia's been in the middle.
Asia has been in the middle. She was up and down, but overall in the middle.
All talented. It's gonna be tough.
I really don't think, for me, this season isn't quite as cut and dry as past seasons. Like, usually I'm pretty confident knowing who the top are gonna be going into it.
There's so many queens
I don't know.
now that are doing it, so they're casting like great queens.
You're right. There is one person who is in the top 3 for sure. Eureka is in the top.
Okay, all right.
Top 4 at least.
You say that one more time.
Look, no, I think probably, but who knows? Things have been topsy-turvy. The last couple seasons,
I've heard,
with these twists and turns and letting these people vote, and then this little twist at the end, and then we're gonna lip sync the last episode. They've had some twists the last couple seasons, so. I'm not saying nothing. I would love to see Eureka in the top 3, but I'm not saying nothing. Who knows? She might snap her other knee for all we know. I don't know. God. No. We'll see. Who knows? Oh, no. But anyways, well, congratulations again to Eureka O'Hara for your excellent week. You slayed this week all around. We're so proud of you. Your 2nd win this season. First queen to get 2. And we're going to very much miss you, Blair St. Clair. We're so sorry to see you go. But we know there's going to be big things coming from you still. So.
All right, y'all. That does it for us here at the studio. Thank y'all for watching us again. Hey, we appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the feedback y'all give us. We just love the love, and we send it right back to y'all.
Yes.
We hope y'all have a great week. Until next time, this is Jeb,
Josh,
Edwin,
and we're motherfucking out.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Let me take a big chug.
Yeah, same.
3 mugs?
Just a 3.
Right.
And then there were 3.
That's a good intro. Are you done? I know you were not drinking all of that. And then there was
just like that, she's alive. Personality check. Hair, hat check. Alright, bitch. I'm fishing.
Let's go.
Let's go. We are okay, let me try it again. What's going on, world? We're back with another. No, I can't do it today. I can't. I'm off for some reason.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Chug a luck. Okay. All right.
Ooh. Y'all, when I tell you I don't know what's going on today. I feel like I had a stroke.
Oh no! Stop! It's okay, girl. We're gonna muddle through. It's on.
Oh, girl.
We're gonna muddle through.
Not muddle, bitch.
Well.
Call me Lil Muddle. I'm fucking
Lil Muddle. Lil Muddle.
Lil Muddle. It's got me saying, Eureka. Wait, what's her name?
That's her name.
Eureka.
That's.
Well, I don't get.
Well, Ricola.
That's what I.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that's. I mean, I kind of got what you were going for. I got it.
The idea, but not the execution.
Yeah, execution. There we go. There we go, Vixen. Oh my God. We're there.
Swipe up right now so you can get a mug just like this.
Ding. $89.99. We're trying to make a 2nd season, so.
I just feel like I'm having a rough week, girls.
Girl, we are all having a rough. Do you need another coffee? Do you need a break?
What's wrong?
I just feel like I need
What's up?
20 grand in my account.
Okay, I saw this meme today.
Is that all?
No, I saw this meme today. It was like Oprah explains how she stays stress-free at 64.
Yeah, really?
The answer was become a billionaire.
Bitch, not
okay, yeah. That's how you can be stress-free at 64.
Thanks for the advice, Oprah.
Right.
Yeah, but they had to sit in a bunch of cake, fish, I don't know, a few things and just look really silly.
Chop?
A pork chop, right?
Which, I don't mind a pork chop.
Wow.
But maybe that's just me. A smothered pork chop though, like gravy.
But it's like, how did you know?
Why would you sit on it?
Yeah.
Girl, have you ever done it?
I have never sat on a gravy
smothered.
Some gravy smothered pork chop. I have not.
Maybe.
Put it on the list.
Oh, I'm going to Texas next week, so maybe a chicken fried steak with some gravy.
I have to show you.
Okay, where you sit in your steak?
Bitch, of course, that's an appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just make sure. I wrote a little note. A few little notes.
You took notes?
I know.
Oh, you took notes this time.
Oh, bitch.
Did they even get anything for winning, or no? What did she win? That was it for that.
2 tickets to Golden Corral.
That's probably.
Bitch, I'll take it. I miss Golden Corral. We
should go to Golden Corral when we go back to Dallas.
No, I said we don't have it out here.
No, bitch, I looked it up. It's like a fucking 60 miles away.
I do want to go to all the places in Texas that we don't have.
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
RuPaul ice cream.
Sonic, they barely have.
Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. I forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot about Sonic.
I thought they did a great job. 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 I thought they... Okay.
Someone... Sure we can use one of those.
Tap that record.
No, I thought she...
Are you trans?
Girl, they found out she did drag. Whoop, next topic. Monet.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. Spill it. You know, you're ready. Because it's going to get you.
Monet, why do I always get them confused?
Cause them hoes look alike.
No,
it's the name. It's M-O-M-O.
No, even me in drag, I'm like,
wait a minute.
I don't think so at all.
Sorry.
It's a name.
Yeah.
It's a name in similar-ish look.
Alright, girl.
Okay.
Name.
Monique was the only good thing about their team, really. That's what I wrote. They weren't all good. Scratch that. They suck.
Wait, she wanted the sponge.
No, that's
okay. Good.
That's sponge. That's Monet. That's Monet.
You still can't get past that sponge.
Yes, I'm like that sponge. I'm like, okay,
that's
Monique.
Sponge.
Okay, yeah.